Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, and today we're going to talk about 10 years ago, 2012, when everything changed. Okay, so, well, I don't know how to start. And we have food in front of us, my Coke Zero, and we got, what is this?
This is just a mayonnaise and mustard concoction to dip our
And
stuff
then
in.
we have, what is this?
Chick-fil-A grilled spicy chicken sandwich.
Okay. And then Fran has her drink.
Yep. So today we're going to talk about what happened 10 years ago. Patty came to America. It's the 10-year anniversary of that. It all started when Steve Simpson, one day, out of the blue, I have no idea why, saw Patty's right foot and what it looked like. She's had it since birth, but he finally just saw it. And her foot was like this, her right foot. This is her heel. And she would walk on her heel. And from the pressure of that, she would constantly have infections. So we were constantly taking her to the hospital for cleanings of the infection and scraping of the bone. And so he finally, one day when he was there with the team, he finally saw it and said to me and Mary, Ellen, we need to get that fixed. So we immediately got on it, and I'm pretty sure, and she wasn't allowed to walk on it because of the infections. We had to keep the infections to a minimum. And I'm pretty sure that Dr. Joe and Dr. Jim took a look at your foot that day, right? So when they went back to America, Dr. Jim got the ball rolling to get Patty accepted into Shriners Hospital for Children of Philadelphia. And
Wait, I want to say something. When Fran said, like, Steve Simpson saw my foot, it was actually in 2011. Like, we were taking a group picture, and then at that time I was hopping on my walker with my one foot, with my one foot, and we were taking a group picture. He came with a guy, I don't know, Greg or someone. He came with someone, and then he saw it, and then he finally said, we gotta do something about it. And then and my last surgery in Nepal was actually in January 3rd of 2011, and it was like scraping the bone of the infection that had the infection on my heel. And then 2012 is when Shriners processed it.
Yeah, but that process took so long. So it actually probably started before 2012 because it took so long for Shriners to finally accept her. There was lots and lots of paperwork that had to go back and forth. We had to make photocopies of every paperwork, medical paperwork we had of Patty. X-rays, doctor's reports, every single thing from the time of her birth to then. And we had to send it along to Shriners Hospital for Children. And it just took a really, really long time. So lots of communication was going back and forth, lots of paperwork, and lots of people praying. But finally, another friend of ours took care of getting us a quicker response. So once Shriners accepted Patty as a patient, we had to do all the paperwork to get her here, like passport, visa. We had to get her mom and dad to come from their village so they could sign a paper saying that I had authority to be Patty's guardian while here in the U.S. Because Patty was only, I think, 16 at the time, 15 or 16 at the time. Not really sure, but she was under 21. So that process took a while too. But once Patty got her passport and once she received her visa to come to America, we got our doctor's appointment at Shriners Hospital of Philadelphia. And on May 14th, I think it was, we left Nepal, 2012, and on May 15th, we arrived here in America. And who would have known that that first whole process, being here, would have taken 17 months? We didn't know.
Wait, I want to say something. So, like Fran said, like, it was like big process and stuff. And I was actually in 8th grade giving my DLE, district level examination, like exam. It was big deal back then. Like it was like first step of big exam nationwide, and like I was like
It was an exam she had to pass in order to move on.
Yeah, to 10th and then 12th, like that. Like no one had told me that I was gonna go to America for my treatment after the exam. Like probably they wanted to wait till after my exam, but there was like and then something happened where like my science exam, my favorite. I don't like
science and math.
Yeah, like it had to be moved back to very last exam because something happened. Like countries shut down or something that one day. So anyway, like I was almost finished with my exam and one night, like we used to have a house telephone, and like I was studying in my room, and we had like load shedding, like no electricity and stuff, and like I get a call from my mom, and she's telling me like she didn't really talk much, like and she said, oh, I just want to tell you that your grandmother passed away, and so it's like it was, I was shocked, like I didn't know what to say, and I just said what, and like it just like completely, it was different, and then like I didn't know what to do, but I just had to give my exam anyway. And the last time I saw my grandmother was 2009, and I wasn't like really close with my family anyway, but it was really hard. But like Fran and Mary Ellen and all my friends, like they were helping me through it, and then Mare slipped out when she came to talk. Mary Ellen, we call her Mare. Like Mare slipped out and she said, "Oh, it'll be okay." She said about America, and I'm like, what? And then so I got the hint that I was gonna go to America, and then. A month, like we started the process like right away. Like I was pre-citizen of, I didn't have my citizenship card of Nepal, so I had to get a pre-citizenship card to come to America, proving that I'm a citizen in Nepal. Because back when when I came to America back in 1999, I was like infant citizen passport, but it expired, so I needed to get a new one. So we came to so I had to go back to my village, and Philip Tamang, like Philip uncle, he drove Fran and I to my village, and we had to get my pre-citizenship card. Back then, if you're under 16, you were still considered what do you call it? Minor, and now it's changed. 18 and younger is minor in Nepal too. But yeah, so we went to my village, got our pre-citizenship card, and we went to the embassy, and they said, like, I went with my dad. Like, he came to Kathmandu, and we went with my dad, and he said, the embassy told, like, Fran couldn't go in with us because she's not, my dad had to give the legal authority to Fran to say that she can go with me, but then we needed my mom's signature.
But hang on one second. When you went to your village to do your passport and your pre-citizenship card paperwork, that was the first time you were back in your village since when?
when I came to Puma, like in 2000.
Mhm.
Yeah, I didn't really get to go to my village, just the town area. Like I didn't get to see my home. Like I was in my uncle's house, and I got to see my neighbors, my relatives, my aunt, and my mom. I didn't get to see my youngest sister, like, cause I didn't meet her then either. I've never met her at that time, and I didn't get to meet her then either. So, yeah, we just went to the district, and where were we?
So when we went to the embassy, we needed your mom also to
Yeah.
come because both parents are alive. So both parents have to sign because in Nepal, and I guess in every country nowadays, there is trafficking, human trafficking. And they want to make sure that it's the one parent who's there is not trying to get rid of this kid. So both parents had to come and sign. And we had to go to the embassy to get their signatures notarized. And that was a feat in itself because your mom, it was a difficult road for her, difficult travel for her because she gets sick when she travels far.
So again, in Philip Hong Kong, you went to get my mom. Like Puma has their own car, so you went to get my mom, and I didn't. And I had a little brother, so it was good that I got to meet my little brother too. Like they stayed with us.
How old was he when you met him?
I think he was 2.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
So yeah, like and then it was actually nice that she came because. They had to come, like she had to come, but it was nice that she came because then we got to spend time. We got to take her to hospital, get checked, and like ultrasounds and all that at B&B. Yeah, and we got like from embassy once my mom and my aunt came to take care of my brother while we were in the office
that's right, I
in
forgot
the
about that.
embassy, and yeah, it was good. And after we got the signature of my parents, like, we had 3 months like to do the process, and like, but it was taking forever because we were waiting for a letter from Shriners, and it was we weren't getting the letter, and so Sandy West, like she knew someone from Shriners or like board member or someone. Like she went and talked to the people or someone, we have no idea who, but when she went, after she talked to the people, we got the letter,
we got
the letter, and
then we can move forward.
And then after that, like by that point, like I was finished with my district level exam, and I was already in 9th grade. Like I 1 month in 9th grade, and so I had to take all my book. I had to pack all my school books, like copies, not really, because I was gonna get copies here, and pen, and then a rough copy.
So she was actually going to do her schoolwork here
Yeah,
on her own
yeah.
with some help from some tutors
Yeah.
that we had.
Yeah, and so we, like May 14th of 2012, it was night flight, and like I was using France phone to talk to everyone, and like we left, and I was like, it's exciting, like different, you're like going somewhere, so I was getting all dressed up. I bought myself a lipstick, and like I had my friends do my hair, and you've seen the slideshows, so but yeah, so that night, like when we were on the plane for 5-hour flight, I actually slept because it was Nepal time, it was nighttime, but when we went from Doha to New York, JFK, 14-hour flight, I didn't sleep at all.
Not at all.
Yeah.
And you might be asking yourself, why did she have to come to America to have her feet taken care of? Well, it's because the doctors in Nepal said that there's nothing more that they were able to do except amputate. And Mare and I said to each other, it's like this day and age, they should not have to do that. So that's when the whole process started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and we didn't know like Shriners was free, like donation. Yeah, so it was actually nice.
Every treatment that she received at Shriners, every doctor that she saw, everything that was done was absolutely free to us. We did not have to pay a dime. And so we had our appointment. But before that, you did a lot of good stuff around here. A lot of first things.
You know, I thought like it was going to be like 3 months thing, because I didn't know it was 3 months to like for the process before I leave, but I thought it was just 3 month things. I was looking at a calendar in our room, and GFA calendar, and I was telling friend, we'll go do this one day, and then we'll do this. I had like really minor things right on my list.
Oh, her things were so minor
Yeah, like-
compared to today. Like ride a roller coaster, see the ocean.
Yeah, go
You
to
know,
the
little
beach.
things. Just
And
little
like
things like
visit
that.
people at church, like our people that have been to Nepal through Puma, like
Our friends, yeah.
friends from like that been to Nepal, see them at their churches, and like visit 2 Nepali kids that were adopted, their family, and like shopping and Disney and
Is Disney on your list?
yeah,
now?
Disney
Okay.
was on my list since then, and 10 years later we've been there 4 times.
Yeah. We are blessed with
Yeah.
having such good friends who
Yeah.
want to bless us that way.
Like it was like roller coaster, beach, visit people at different churches, friends, and then 2 Nepali kids and their family, and Disney and Broadway play. It's still on my list and still hasn't happened.
Keep it on the list. Keep praying.
Yeah, and like just little thing, and shopping. Did I say shopping?
Yeah.
Yeah, shopping. Yeah, I wanted to shop.
And each time we come, we stay here at Bob and Pat Zab's house.
Yeah.
They're such. They bless us so much. Their hospitality is incredible.
Yeah.
We are like part of the family. And they just take really good care of us.
Yeah.
You know, that each time we come, we stay here, and it's such a blessing.
Yeah. Yeah, so Fran does it briefly, I do it detail. So when we came, we landed. I didn't sleep for 14 hours on a flight. Like Fran was snoring and like dozing off, and
Yeah, I was sleeping.
she's sleeping, but I was like playing games, trying watching movie, but I don't really like watching movies. And so I would play games, take a picture out the window, and like that time, like for the trip, Fran gave me her little white camera, silver camera. It was Canon, or what was it?
Canon.
Yeah, Canon. Like from the airport to then on, I had that camera the whole time. So I was always taking pictures. Still
Of everything.
Yeah, still I am. I'm doing a lot more videos now, but yeah, I do pictures too. I did more pictures back then, and yeah. So when we landed, her sister Carolyn and her Helen, they're both her sisters. They came to pick us up, and before they used to have signs for Fran when they would pick her up, but this time their sign was a little paper, a receipt that, and then it said Fran. Yeah, and then but then I slept from JFK, New York to all the way to her mom's place in Conchak, and we were sleeping first night
At my mom's place.
Yeah, but I was so tired.
And I tried to keep her up till 8 o'clock at night so she would sleep through the night, but
yeah,
that didn't work.
Yeah, I just wanted to go to bed, so that day I just went to bed. And then next day we moved, and then the day we got here, 2015, May 15, not 2012, like Bob Zab was actually having his surprise 60th birthday party here, but we were too tired to like come all the way here. But we came the next day, maybe the 16th, and we moved everything. I didn't really have anything. I came with a school bag, Faith Works school bag, Nepali brand, and then we just moved in, and Bob and Pat had, and they still do like little signs saying "Welcome home," like love, Pat and Bob, and, like with the little goodies,
A little goodie
t-shirts.
basket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, so
And they
we
still do it today.
Yeah,
Even till today,
yeah.
when we come, they do it.
Yeah, and you feel really welcome,
Mm-hmm.
and like, yeah, and then yeah, we went shopping like in the Chamonix Mall, and then like it was first thing on my list that we did, and it was good, and we had our first meal at Friendly's.
Oh, that's right, Friendly's, yeah.
Friendly's, and yeah, I wasn't really eating like now I look at me, I eat, but back then like I'm
No.
not much of a eater, but yeah. Anyway, she got a call. We were walking around the neighborhood like that, like, and then like taking pictures in the grass, the bush, the trees,
Everything. Every little thing.
yeah, and like, and then like Frank got a call from Shriner saying my appointment is moved a little back a week maybe. I think the first appointment was like May 21st, I think. So that not a week then. So, and then when I had my, like, by then, like, we went to Calvary Philly Church and we saw Bill Park. I've already met Bill Park in Nepal. I think he came 2006 to Nepal, so he was familiar. And Dennis, what is it?
Skinner.
Yeah, him. Yeah. It was
Another
May,
one.
right?
May what?
That I had my first appointment.
I guess. We did a lot in between, before your first
Yeah.
appointment, I saw on the
If I
videos.
remember correctly, was it May 17th or 20th?
May 16th.
16th.
Yeah, I came here.
Is it?
We came here to your house at the 16th of May.
Okay.
It was a day after your birthday party or something.
Yeah.
And then you decided you guys were here for 16 months, right? So you came on the 16th?
17 months we were here.
That's why I thought it was the 17th.
No, 17 months we were here.
Okay.
So when I had my first appointment, like it was like Dr. Van Voss. Oh, I had to go through like a whole desk, like get a wristband.
Security.
Yeah, security, and like sign in and check in and all that. And like it was different in Nepal. You just go and then you see the doctor, but here you had to go through the whole process. And then when Maureen, right? She said, "Who's your doc?" Like when we went inside, she said, "Who's your doctor?" And we said, it had Jacob something and Van Boss.
Well, it was supposed to be someone else first. I forget his name. But then they changed it to Van Bossa. So.
Yeah, and then. Yeah, so when I had my first appointment, like Dr. Van Boss had, like, Maureen said, "Who's your doctor?" And we showed her the band, and she said, "Oh, you have a good doctor." And so then when he came in, like, he was so friendly and so nice and so happy. And he made us happy. And he had me lay on this bed, and he's like twisting and turning and like checking my feet and like checking my hip and say, we always thought like my left leg was longer than my right one, but here we find
It's not. It's the same.
yeah, and then I had to, and he scheduled me for a brace appointment. I mean casting.
Casting.
Yeah,
He decided his
Yeah.
plan was, he came up with a plan that day, and the plan, and it was really funny, and I don't have the picture anymore, but Patty might have it. He drew the plan.
Yeah.
It was this big, this wide, and who knew what it was?
Yeah.
But the plan was to do serial because Patty has bilateral club feet. He needed to get the left leg and foot straight also. So he did serial casting. The left leg, the cast was up to her thigh. And on the right, it was just to her knee, right below her knee. And that was to get her right foot straight. Because that was the problem. Remember, she was walking like this. So he wanted it to be flat like ours.
Yeah.
So he started the serial casting sometime after. I don't think it was that day.
No.
I think we had to come back for it.
And then he scheduled me for a ultrasound, at temples, like everything extra had to be done at temple,
Mhm.
and so I got to see that Shriners and temples are so close together.
They're connected,
yeah,
actually.
not same building.
Uh-uh.
No.
But they're connected. You
Where
don't even
is
have to go outside.
Shriners? Where is it?
In North Philly.
Mm,
Same as Temple, North Philly.
yeah. So the buildings were so
On Broad Street.
yeah, and everyone was asking like, what kind of cast are you gonna get? I wanted simple. I was boring. I'm gonna get white. And what if they don't have white? I said, nah, because in Nepal you just have
White.
just a cast, not a cast. What do you call those covers?
I guess.
Yeah. Like I didn't know you get all kinds, but I didn't have the option of white, so I got red, which was my first cast. So I had cast on my left leg from my above my knee.
On your left, to your thigh.
All the way to my toe. And then on my right one, I had right underneath the knee and all the way to my toe. So,
And then, how often did you get those changed? Weekly, right?
yeah.
It was every
once
week
a
we had to go and get the cast changed. They would adjust her foot or her leg in the direction that they wanted it, little by little. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I wanted to do a roller coaster, and we had to ask Debbie Armstrong. Like we had to ask her if I'm who's Debbie?
Debbie's VB's manager, office manager. She takes care of all the appointments, all the paperwork, everything.
Yeah.
Any questions?
Yeah. And so Debbie said we wanted to go ride. I wanted to ride a roller coaster. So, but because I have shunt in my head, and she wanted to make sure that it's okay. So she said, "Yeah, I could do it, but I'm too short, so I couldn't go on rides with, like
A
big
loop.
loop." Yeah, Ed Tornetta went with us, and Fran took me when we were waiting for Ed Tornetta. We went to Dorney Park, and Fran grew up going.
Yeah.
there, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, so she took me on Steel Force first seat, so I was scared, but it was fun. And
That
then
was on your list.
yeah, and when Ed Tornetta came, like he sat with me on first seat too. Yeah, but that was fun. And then what happened?
So how long did you have your serial casting? Do you remember?
It still continued till 2000. I mean, no. I got cast.
It was like 8 or 9 months. No, that was.
yeah,
It was a long time.
On my left foot, it was till December 31st,
Yeah, okay.
kind of. But after the fixator, I got on my right foot.
But on the right foot,
Yeah.
your right foot finished before the left, getting it into position that the doctor wanted it.
Yeah.
So you had. When was your surgery for the fixator?
August 1st.
August.
Mm-hmm.
It was August that she had her external fixator put on, and that was so that to promote bone growth in her heel. That's what he was hoping for.
Wait, but before that, like the surgery was scheduled for August 1st. But we went to the beach.
Oh,
Yeah. And I got to see the ocean for the first time. I wasn't allowed to go in because I had cast already in both of my legs. So, but I got to see it, touch the sand.
Right, during the serial casting time, there were lots of things that she did.
Yeah.
Lots of firsts.
Yeah, and then before my surgery, we went to the Eileen Park's family with their family, and we
To the
told
beach.
we told them we don't want to talk about the surgery, like tell them, but that's all everyone was asking, like so when's the surgery, like what kind is it, like I didn't know what external fixator was. So Anne Marie or Anne, one of the Shriners, like who keeps the kids busy, like we even had to go before the surgery, and she told me what fixator was, but I didn't want to know what fixator was. I knew it was a metal, but I don't know like what kind I was gonna have. Yeah, but it was, and then Diane Gordon had taken me to get manicure at Poconos. We went to Poconos, their mountain house.
Harris and Diane's mountain house. Yep.
Yeah, many times too, and she got me manicures, but I had to get it off.
She had to take the nail polish off before the surgery. No nail polish for surgery.
Yeah, and when I woke up from the surgery, I had 3 halos, and it was a fixator. When I first saw it, I was kind of scared because when I touched it,
Yeah,
the rod was right in my skin.
right in the bone.
Yeah, yeah, and it was scary. But tell them about.
It was scary too. It was scary.
Yeah, tell them about your nephew.
And my nephew, she had lots of visitors come while she was in the hospital. And the one time my sister and my 2 nephews came, and my one nephew, Matt, they pulled the blanket off. I think they were changing the sponges or something on it that was absorbing any liquid or blood that was coming out. He saw it and he ended up fainting.
right
in the room. Yeah, right on the bed.
So he got to rest on the bed that was empty next to me.
Yeah.
And then Bob Uncle, he brought Tony the tiger, and then he put it right on the arm thing. I mean the lock, I guess, the bed thing that closes.
The bed rail.
Yeah, and I was sleeping, and when I saw the tiger, that scared me too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then what else?
It was scary too, bringing you home, not knowing, that thing is not going to hurt you, because it didn't hurt you at all. I mean, we started doing stuff that who would have thought we would do it, But you weren't walking again still, so you hadn't walked since
2000.
Since the serial casting started.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you had the thigh brace on your left leg, so you couldn't walk, and you weren't allowed to walk on your right.
Yeah.
That was a long time.